Hello students, welcome to your grammar class. Today we are going to deal with the chapter 21, that is idioms. Students, let me tell you, this is going to be a really interesting chapter for you because you don't have to stress a lot about this and it is going to be something that you use in our daily life. So let us start. Let us see what do we mean by an idiom. An idiom is a group of words whose meaning is different from the liberal meaning of the words in it. It has a hidden meaning. Now, students, I hope you know the word kahawat or kehwat in Hindi and Gujarati, right? So, an idiom is just like that. It does not mean what is written exactly. Here, liberal meaning means what is said, it is literal, exact as what is said. If I tell you, keep that mug down, it means you have to keep down, right? Do what I said exactly as it is. But when we talk about an idiom, it does not mean the exact words that are there, it has a hidden meaning. Something might be written in a certain way, but the meaning of it would be different. So, we are going to go through a few examples of some idioms that are there in your textbook and learn this chapter. Let us begin. First one, a piece of cake. Now, a piece of cake, when I say that, automatically you will imagine a chocolate pastry, right? Yum. Yeah, but it is not that. It means an easy or pleasant task. Something that is very easy for you. Something that you could do it very quickly और बहुत आराम से वो काम हो गया. Let us see the usage. It means the spelling test was a piece of cake for Arvind. See, here it does not mean that Arvind had to give a test which was of a cake. No, it means that the test was very easy for Arvind. Right. Next, know something inside out. It means to know everything about a subject. Now, there would be certain things which you would like a lot, right? For example, say your favorite sports like football. Then you would know everything about football. From where did the sport football came, how many teams are there, when it is going to be held, or what are the big teams, the favorite footballers or the popular footballers. You know everything about it, right? So, when you know something very much and you are very clear about it, you say that I know it inside out. Let us see the usage. Ravi knew the chapter inside out and scored the highest mark in the class. See, here it means that Ravi was well aware and he had learnt the chapter fully. There was nothing that he did not know about the chapter. So he could score the highest mark in the class. I hope that someday you also know everything that is inside out and you score the best. I know you will do. Next, have butterflies in one's stomach. Now, it means to be nervous. There might be situations, no, when you are going to say perform something on the stage, or when it is going to be your match or an important meeting, or say some teacher has called you in her cabin. So you would be very nervous, right? You feel like some kind of pressure is there in your stomach and your stomach is aching, right? That feeling, it is called have butterflies in one's stomach. It means you are nervous. Let us see the usage. I get butterflies in my stomach before every stage performance. See? So now when you are going for a stage performance and if your friend asks you what is wrong, why are you so uneasy or feeling uneasy, then you can say I'm having butterflies in my stomach. Right? Next, in the pink of health, it does not mean that you have turned all pink and all blushy. It means that you are in good health. You are very fresh and very active. Usage: Mrs. Jha is back in the pink of health after returning from a vacation in the hills. See, this happens, throughout the year when we go to school, we have exams and we have other co curricular activities and assignments and homework and a lot of things, right? And then finally, when we get vacation in the month of May, we go somewhere and get fresh. And then when we come back, we say that I'm in the pink of health. It means you are very happy and when you are feeling very healthy. Okay. Next, Like two peas in a pod. Pod means a container wherein you sow some seeds to grow. You might have that in your terrace garden if you are keeping one. And it means similar in looks and behavior. See, this is very easy, right? If you have certain friends who almost behaves the same, you can say, hey guys, you both are like two peas in a pod. It means that they are either looking similar like twins or their behavior is almost same. The usage is Rohina and her twin sister Deepali are like two peas in a pod. It means they both are same. They are same in their looks also and they are same in their behavior also. Next, on top of the world. It means feeling extremely happy. Now see, because it is an idiom, it means feeling extremely happy. Otherwise, you would have thought, oh, I cannot go on top of the world, only astronauts can do that, right? But when you are using an idiom, you can go on top of the world. And we use it when we are extremely happy about something. Usage: when Kapil won the geography quiz contest, he was on top of the world. This happens, no? When you have given all your best to prepare for an exam and you get the best marks for that exam, or you have won a competition, you feel so happy. You feel like you are on top of the world. So, this is how you can use it, and it means feeling extremely happy. Next, see eye to eye. It means have the same opinion or agree fully. For example, somebody says something to you that this is how I feel about a particular matter. So then you say that, yeah, I also feel the same. I agree totally with you. So then you can use it this way. Ravi and Hiten don't see eye to eye about sharing of their storybooks. Now see, here it is a negative statement, but the meaning is still the same. When I say Ravi and Hiten don't see eye to eye, it means they don't have the same opinion. Maybe Ravi thinks that okay, I should share my storybooks, but Hiten thinks I should not, or vice versa. So you can use this idiom see eye to eye when you are agreeing for something, or when you see two people agreeing for something, or if they are not agreeing for something, you can say don't see eye to eye. Clear? Next, spill the beans. It does not mean that you have a container of beans and you spilled it out. No. It means to tell a secret to someone who is not supposed to know it. This happens, no, when we are in a group of friends and one friend would come to us and say, hey, listen, I'm going to tell you something, but you don't tell it to that person, okay? And then what we do, we listen to that and we try our best that we don't tell it to the other person, isn't it? If you do that, if you say it to the other person, it means you have spilled the beans. You have declared or you have told the secret to somebody who was not supposed to know. Let us see how it is used. Sonal confided in Rashi. Confided means she trusted or she put her confidence in Rashi. She knew that Rashi wouldn't say it to somebody else. About the surprise party she was planning for her brother Sunil. Rashi spilled the beans by telling Sunil. Oh. Sonal said a secret about planning a birthday party for her brother Sunil to Rashi, and she told her that Rashi, please don't say it to Sunil. But Rashi spilled it. She told the secret to Sunil, and now it was no more a surprise party and it was also not a secret. Okay. So, you can use all these idioms in your daily life too. Let us see some more. Take the bull by the horns. Okay, now you might think that there is a sport, no, wherein a man would enter the ring with a red cloth and the bull will come and try to run behind the man. But no, we are not talking about that sport over here. It means to deal with a difficult situation. Usage: the inspector took the bull by the horns and decided to arrest the corrupt minister. See, now I will tell you the context of this sentence over here. There is this minister who is corrupt. Corrupt means he is not working properly or ethically according to the values. He is doing something wrong. And the inspector, he decided to take this situation in his hands and he arrested. It is very difficult for somebody who is in a greater position to arrest them. An inspector cannot do that. It is a very difficult situation. But still, this inspector, he took the bull by the horns. It means he dealt with this difficult situation very effectively and he arrested the minister. Clear? So now whenever you are in a difficult situation and when you handle it very nicely, you can tell about it to your friends or family that I took the bull by the horns and solved the matter. Next, at the drop of the hat. It means without delay. See, now here you can try to find out the literal meaning also. When you drop a hat, it does not take a lot of time, right? It will be dropped very quickly. Just like that, the meaning also suggests that something you do without delay. You do it on time. You do it very quickly. Usage: Abhinav is ready to help people at the drop of a hat. It means Abhinav is ready to help people anytime. He doesn't wait for anything or he does not give any excuses or anything like that. He is always ready. If ever people comes to him and says that this is what I need to do and can you help me, he is always ready, right? Now, from this sentence, I would also want you to use it in your daily life and let me use it too. I would like to say that students, I want this assignment to be done at the drop of the hat, that is without delay. Clear? So, I hope you enjoyed this video and it was a very interesting chapter for me to teach you and I hope it was interesting for you as well.